weirdos.
Weird science is the revolution. Weird science is the revolution.
Hello, all you weirdos, and welcome back to the Weird Science Comics YouTube channel, where I'm going to be giving my honest review of Red Goblin #1. And when this book was first announced, I kind of shrugged, figured, I might check that out when it comes out, and then completely forgot about it until this week when it ended up coming out. And then voila, here I am. All right, that's not much of a hype way of starting a review out, but it is the honest truth. And I think I've finally gotten to the point of being all symbioted out, which is not a good thing with what is coming our way from Marvel in the next bunch of months. But maybe Alex Paknadal can get me fired up again. That is the dream. But did this first issue accomplish it? Let's find out after I ask you all to subscribe to the channel, like the video, enable the notifications, and let me know what you thought of Red Goblin #1 in the comments below. Let's shoot over to the credits and the recap as we do. Red Goblin #1 is written by Alex Paknadal, art by Jan Balzadua, colors by David Coriel, letters by VC's Joe Caramagna, and yes, indeed, I did nail all of those names. Here's the recap. Normie Osborn is the son of Harry Osborn and Liz Allen and grandson of Green Goblin Norman Osborn. Since before Normie's birth, his family has been ensnared in the web of Spider-Man and his superheroics. That's as true now as it has ever been, and recently the love, lust, and lies that have connected Spider-Man and the Osborns for so long cost Harry his life and Normie his father, though neither Normie nor his mother are aware of the exact circumstances of Harry's passing. Normie's involvement in superpowered intrigue has grown even more complicated than that, though, as after a brief rivalry, he has developed something of a friendship with Dylan Brock, the current host of the Venom symbiote and son of the original Venom, Eddie Brock, who himself has gone missing. In the wake of Madeline Pryor and Ben Reilly's attempt to cast all of New York under a dark web and drive me completely insane, Dylan is more determined than ever to find his father, and in need of allies, gave Normie a tiny piece of the alien symbiote because, that's going to work out, creating a new and terrifying vision of the Red Goblin. And so what is all going on here? Well, I don't know if you know this, but I am not a fan of books that go heavy on the narration. Maybe I am a show me, don't tell me kind of guy. Maybe I'm just an asshole with a severe attention deficit disorder. Or maybe it's a little column A and column B, but it's not my favorite thing. However, if a writer insists on it, they need to get the voice of the characters telling it right. And I do not like Paknadal's voice for Normie, at least at the beginning of this issue. I know he's a very smart kid, but he's still just a little kid. And from the get-go, it feels off. Normie says things like, family can be like quicksand. The harder you struggle, the deeper you sink. Yep, little kid talk. And then he says that his grandfather, Norman, has a higher body count than cigarettes. That's what my 10 to 12-year-olds are always saying now and again, right? It just felt off. It felt really forced, but it did get better. As far as the story goes, people who haven't been reading the symbiote books for the last couple of years might feel off balance at first, but the major points are very easy to pick up, and Paknadal does a good enough job of recapping what you need to know and get things running. And really, it's just Normie has a piece of the symbiote he calls Rascal that helped them fought alongside Dylan as Red Goblin, and away we go, easy peasy. The issue opens with Normie and the symbiote running into a reformed, not reformed, Goblin Nation, and the fight is on. While Normie looks at it as cleaning up more of his grandfather's mess, there are bigger things at play here. After escaping the Red Goblin attack and leaving Normie unconscious, the Goblin Nation thugs go back to their mysterious boss, who figures out, okay, Red Goblin equals Norman Osborn. I'm triggered. I'm angry. I'm on the attack. And really all this issue, for the most part, is kind of that misdirection that the Goblin Nation thinks that Norman Osborn is back as the Red Goblin, when in fact it is Normie, and Normie trying to be a superhero with it. Now, throughout the issue, we do get bickering between Normie and the symbiote, which I do like. unfortunately, it sadly points out that Normie is pretty much alone all the time and really needs more friends than, say, a Dylan Brock, who is the worst influence on him anyway. So it made me sad because I do like Normie, nice little kid. But there's also a part where Norman talks to his grandson, Normie, and I think that's the best part of the issue. And it shows you that Packnadal, while I thought that the narration at the beginning was a little off, he is doing a couple things here and doing some character work that is getting me invested in the characters, not just telling, the story of, hey, here's Red Goblin and go with the wow factor of that. I do give him credit fully for that. When Norman is talking to Normie about what it is to be an Osborn and how Normie can be something better, it really does show Norman in that light of realizing what he has done in the past and trying to reform himself as well. The issue continues with Norman then being attacked and captured by the Goblin Nation and Packnadal revealing who their boss is. It's not the craziest of reveals, but it should be really cool seeing Normie as Red Goblin show up to save his grandfather and how everybody there will react to that, especially Norman when he sees this. So I'm really looking forward to going forward to that. And because of that, it's a decent start to a series that I still don't know that I need to read, but I didn't get angry reading this #1 issue. And seriously, right now, that's a win. As sad as that sounds, that is a win for me. I like Normie and Rascals back and forth, and in my opinion, this issue actually did a better job than the Gold Goblin book in showing Norman's past sins biting him in the ass and putting those he loves in danger. And the art by Balzaduea is good overall. And so all of that down, I'm giving this Red Goblin #1 an 8 out of 10, which by the time I finished the issue, shocked me. I did not think I would like this as much as I ended up doing. So there it is. Proof that I do like some comics now and again. But thanks, everybody. Please let me know what you thought of this issue in the comments below, and subscribe, like, enable, all that stuff. But hey, thanks a lot, and I will talk to you all later.
You are all weirdos.
Weird science is the revolution. Weird science is the revolution.